majority government in the parliament.
OK, Sambit Patra, I'm glad we managed to get hold of you and that connection sustained. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Now, are you afraid of flying, snakes or worse, ageing? Well, if you're not alone. More than 40 million adults in the United States suffer from some form of anxiety disorder. With women, it's twice as likely as men to develop the symptoms. A new book entitled Why Am I Scared of Everything takes a slightly more humorous approach to addressing our most common fears. And with me now is the author and illustrator Bethany Straker. Bethany, very nice to see you. I've just been sort of flicking through this. It hasn't actually published here, but I've got some photocopies. But the pictures are great. I mean, it is tongue-in-cheek, but what's the serious point underlying this as far as you're concerned?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It's written in a sort of diary format. But the reality is that the heroine of the book is an extremely anxious person, and she touches upon almost all of the fears you can think of. So I think the reader can take from them.
So what have you got here? This is...
this is fear of flying. There, yeah, that's definitely one after my own heart there. And this one, again, is the heroine's mother, sort of not being proud enough of her daughter. That's another fear people have of their parents. That's murderers, actually. That's,
sorry, what? Fear of murderers?
Yeah, fear of, taking the dog for a walk,
that sounds quite normal,
going out and thinking, I'm alone, there's no one else around. What if there's a strange man that comes out? So it's a variety of things, and hopefully the reader will have one or two things.
So you've been through... You've been through anxiety. I mean, we all have been through periods of anxiety. What was your biggest fear? Is it putting ketchup on a cupcake?
No, my anxiety started with health anxiety. I was very much sort of, what's that headache mean? What does this mean?
Hypochondria.
It was a little bit, yeah, and it really became quite debilitating. I sort of thought, well, it's easier to stay indoors. It's easier not to go out because this might happen or that might happen.
Why is it that women are twice as likely to be affected as men, do you think?
I mean, it could be something to do with the fact that they might be more willing to seek help. I mean, there is that stereotype that men are less willing to go to the doctors or a therapist to see someone about it. So it could be that. I mean, I think we all have anxieties up to a point.
So, in your personal example, did you have therapy, or did you? I mean, some people now can be, well, you can be prescribed antidepressants, can't you?
I did try therapy, and it was very useful. But for me, I just wanted to be surrounded by friends and humour. I mean, I found self-help books a little bit too serious for me, so I wanted to watch comedies, and that's why I wrote the book, really. I wanted to be able to laugh at myself a bit.
So how did your friends persuade you to laugh about, I don't know, fear of... or out of jealousy?
Jealousy is something that really you should laugh off, because you shouldn't really be getting it, but I think everyone has it. There's always someone who's more successful than you, or one of your peers that maybe you look at and you think, oh, I wish I had that, and you can't help it. I mean, I think a lot of people have that.
But you're describing it, as per the illustrations, you're describing it in quite a light-hearted way.
Yeah.
But of course, one doesn't want to trivialise these things, because for some people, it is a very serious problem, isn't it?
And it was for me as well, but I just really found that I wanted to be able to laugh again. It was something that was very important to me, so that's why I wrote the book. And there are inspirational quotes on most pages to sort of try and remind you of the positive things to remember.
Like what?
Well, Alfred Hitchcock has a good one. There's no terror in a bang, just in the anticipation of it. So it's sort of thinking that... I think that sums up anxiety quite well, actually.
I'm not quite sure if that's true, actually. I think there's quite a lot of terror in a bang.
It's waiting for the bang, though, isn't it? It's that build-up.
Okay, and the one I particularly like is the fear of being overweight. That's a lovely... I'm not sure if we can just do that one on three.
It's the guilt that you feel the next morning.
It's the guilt of that, yeah. And not even be able to rest a plate on your tummy.
Yeah.
Bethany, nice to see you. I hope it hasn't been too arduous. You weren't too anxious coming on.
A little, yeah. A little.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem very relaxed.
Thanks.
Obviously, it's paid off. Stay with us because more serious stuff, actually. The measles outbreak spreading in